San Diegans accomplish great things every day. We care about our neighbors and our community. We are proud of our diversity. We are resilient. We hold our leaders accountable. We live in one of the most dynamic cities in America, the San Diego Union-Tribune, telling San Diego's story for more than 150 years.
Hello, everyone. This is Juan Felipe Herrera. Muy bienvenidos. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the San Diego Union-Tribune Festival of Books, el Festival de los Libros, which is a great thing to do and a beautiful thing that I really, wasn't that aware of. I've been out of San Diego for decades, so I'm glad you're having this beautiful festival of books here in San Diego, where I grew up and spent many years. And I'm also, I'm Juan Felipe Herrera, and I wrote this book recently. Every day we get more illegal. And we'll talk about this a little bit, and I'll read some poems from here, more than anything else. And just a few words that I really thank San Diego. I really thank my teachers in San Diego. Lowell Elementary, Logan Elementary, Burbank Elementary. But Lowell Elementary made the big change for me. I met Lelia, Mrs. Lelia Sampson, who I believe now is 100 years old. And when I became the Poet Laureate of the United States in 2015, my wife was kind of trembling with the phone in her hand. She said, Juan, I go, what is that, Margarita? She says, it's Mrs. Sampson. I said, who did you say? Mrs. Sampson. Mrs. Sampson, my third grade teacher from Lowell Elementary, Logan Heights, Barrio, San Diego. She goes, yeah. So then she goes, I said, okay. Mrs. Sampson, he goes, yes. Hey, Juan, how are you? This is Mrs. Lelia Sampson, your third grade teacher. And everyone is, and I'm 95 now. I'm 95. And it was so good to hear her and come back to San Diego through her voice, a very beautiful voice, the one who encouraged me to stand up, express my voice, and to believe in my voice, and to believe that I had a beautiful voice, which then became my mission for everyone that I meet, for all my students, elementary, preschool, middle school, high school, adult school, universities, and in general, everyone, farm workers, you name it, working in what they call correctional training facilities, prisons, as many people as I can. And I think that's our mission, to open and embrace everyone without ideology and funny ideas in our head. Just embrace everyone, and violence will dissolve. Violence will run away from you if you're filled with love, community, kindness, acceptance, and compassion. So then I wrote this book recently while I was traveling throughout the United States. Every day we get more illegal. I think you've noticed that. I think we all noticed that and felt it. Sometimes we don't want to hear about questions like this, or we don't want to hear about, we don't want to talk about the massacres. I mean, we see these things so much on our screen, on our devices, in front of us, on the paper, or people are just talking about it, or we just feel it, All of a sudden we begin to feel downcast, troubled, and we don't know why. Or we get angry, and we just don't know why. And it's because all the trauma has begun to seep into us, into our minds, into our thoughts, into our imagination, into our feelings, into our hearts. And all of a sudden we strike out at a family member, at an animal, kick a tree, and on. So let's stay positive. So as I travel throughout the United States as a poet laureate, it's a lot of traveling, let me tell you. Every other day you're on a plane. Hotels. I think I know most of the hotels. I know the rooms. I know the workers and the food and the taxis and the airports and the TSAs. That became my society. And what also became my society is meeting people that I just hadn't met, of course. And what I learned was that, the human landscape, we're used to our little cubbyhole, our home. We're used to our street, the one in front of our house. We're used to point A to point B. Let's go get some food. Let's go shopping. Come back home. Get in the car. Go to the gas station. Our world is small, even though we feel it's big, and we can feel that. But once we meet people day to day that we don't know, day to day that we don't know, we begin to really feel like we have a very large family, and that we all belong. One way or another, we belong. Like it or not, we feel the belonging. It's just like the trauma that we feel without knowing where it's coming from, but it is coming at us because it's happening violently every day. We feel the same about humanity. Once we get out of our box and walk around and meet people, from this school to that school, this center to that center, this depot to that depot, this airline to that airline, this line to this line that you're standing on, these students that come to read you or to hear you or to meet you and you meet them, and their parents and the elders and people that come from another town, and they say, Juan, is that Juan Felipe? I think that's the poet that's going to read tonight. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. Well, we came all the way from Racine. This is in Wisconsin. We came all the way from Racine. Oh, you did? Well, yes, we did. And we want to know if you're going to read about climate change. Tell you the truth, I wasn't ready to read about climate change. I've been focusing on border issues, on migrant issues, because they're so powerful and so painful. And what's going on in our communities in general, that's so painful. I want to talk about those things because I want us to feel those things. I want to feel those things so I can feel like we're part of it. Not, oh, I'm okay over here, and that's too bad they're over there. No. We're part of everything. And I want to feel that everything. I want to feel that connection. I want to be a human being. I want to be a human being with other human beings. But there's so much that gets in our way. So much dirty furniture that's wrangling around our heads and our minds. And when we try to think of something, it's hard because we got all this junk in our head. Oh, yeah, well, who does he think he is? And what about her? Oh, well, look at her. She thinks she's a big shot political, huh? Politically incorrect, huh? Well, you know what? I'm not that. And you know what? I don't believe in that. You see, we have all those crazy ideas just, bojangling in our head. Like Bojangles was a great person. So that's the idea, is to have a clear mind and to embrace everyone. And poetry takes me there. And that's what I want to do with poetry. I want to use writing. I want to use all those good examples that I received from my teachers like Mrs. Lelia Sampson in Logan Heights in 1956 in third grade. She said, "You have a beautiful voice, Juan." When I stood up and she invited me to sing in front of everyone, I wasn't ever going to do that for my life. I wasn't going to do it. I never would have done it if it hadn't been for Miss Lelia Sampson with her kind voice and invited me to stand up in front of everyone and sing. Me? Sing? You got to be kidding. But because she was so warm and kind, standing next to me, and I was standing up, little third grader, Juan, with beat up shoes and beat up Levi's, I sang Three Blind Mice, the great opera. And she turned around and she said, "You have a beautiful voice." Oh, I said, "Oh, I don't." "Yes, you do." "Beautiful?" "Yes." "So now I say this to you. I'm not going to read the poem right now. I'm going to tell you, you have a beautiful voice. That's what I'm here to tell you. And I had such great teachers in San Diego. I had Mr. Whiteman in English Lit, San Diego High. I had Mr. Ezra Harrison Maxwell, my choir teacher. I loved him. He told me, John, he says, "You have a beautiful voice. but you're only using 1/3 of it. I said, after 5 years of singing, I'm only using 1/3 of it. And then he wanted me to be in the madrigals, so I toured around with the madrigals, and it was an incredible experience. Thanks to Mr. Ezra Harrison Maxwell and Mr. Frank Petrich, my art teacher. He introduced me to all the artists of the Renaissance. I have to thank him every day. I'm still thinking about those painters. And Mrs. Lelia Sampson, like I said. What a beautiful experience I had in San Diego. And my friends in Logan Heights, the painters and the muralists, and my friends in Balboa Park that run the Centro Cultural. What a bold thing to do for the community at large. And all my friends, singers and folk song singers, and taught me how to play the guitar. There's one behind me there. It all started in San Diego. So thank you, everyone. This is called Interview with a Border Machine. So we need to get inside of stuff. You've got to get inside it. You can say, I'm just going to write about this. I wish it worked that way. You have to get inside of it. You want to write about trees? Get inside that tree. What's going through it? What is it giving us? What's underneath that tree? How is it connected to the earth? What is that earth and that tree and the magma at the core of the earth and the tree and the light and the sky and the birds and the nests and the winds and the bark and the sap? Get in there and you will write a beautiful poem. I wanted to figure out what this border is. San Diego, we all know that word. And we all know the word Mexico. We all know the word frontera, línea, border, borderline, borderland, immigration, ICE. Just get the preconceptions out of your head, myself included. I said, what is that thing? Interview with a border machine. Can you please state your name? Xochitl Zompantli. What kind of name is that? It was given to me by an Indian woman. Black hair, long black shawl. It means skull rack flower. Well, let's get to business here. Why are you here in the first place? I do not talk about that. All I know, eyes swim before me, a river, eyes fall upon me with candle fire in their blood to come. What do you tell them? Nothing. Why are you speaking to me? Dying, falling, wars. Everything inside of me is alive and dying at the same time against each other. What do you know about war? You are nothing but a wall. A lie. Touch me like they touch me. Climb upon me like they give their deepest bones. I carry a severed withering night unto night. Inside you will find your name written on a piece of flesh. You're a bit dramatic. I'm just interested in a simple and short interview. Of course, everyone is. Why are you here besides being a hardworking border apparatus? I give you meaning. Come on, that is easy. Everyone eats from my flesh, calls me from afar, nails me, pour themselves into me, take me to the sky threads. I feed meaning. I prepare a place more for you than for the ones here. What are you saying? It does not matter. Well, okay. What about your friends, plans, projects, hobbies, like that? I do not have such things as friends. Okay, well, we're done. Wait, my name is Xochitl Zompantli, skull rack flower. I am the life cutter, the eater, watchtowers, guards artillery, wires and codes and dogs and filth. Nourish me. I provide ghosts, unclaimed, that tie you to a circle of tortured faces that on occasion appears as a flower on your suit. I bow down to them. I remember them. I ask them to forgive me, but all they see is you. So, as you see, my attempt is to not only write about something, and not only write about something that is urgent, but to get as deep as possible inside that thing, whatever it is, that border machine thing, that wounded part of us. The border is not just about them, it's about all of us. And it's a wound, it's a painful thing. You know all this. So I write in a different manner, you know. Every poem is kind of a different kind of poem, and it's good. It's okay, you know. When we write, we have to stretch. We're like an eagle. We have long, big, giant, strong wings, and they take in the sky. They take in the depths and the heights and the mountain peaks. Same thing with a poem. You got to reach as high as you can go, and swoop down dangerously and come back up and see this incredible panorama. If you can do it. This one is called Todavía estoy aquí, the deported father said. I'm still here, the deported father said. Just that title does it, doesn't it? I took that title from a youngster in high school who did a series of photographs, and there's a picture of what appears to be his father in the darkness. So I saw that and I felt that. Still here, I am still here at times, still here in half light at times with you, peering at this odd angled orb. Todavía estoy aquí. For you, yes. Para ti, todavía, still. Here I am. For you. Todavía, still. Here. It is true. Para ti. For you. In half light. It is this way. Still. Full face toward you. Still here. For you, at times I sleep, at times all I can see barely, at times the shadow that is me, not me, it is here. Still the door, open at times, burns without me, even though I am still here. Todavía, for you, para ti, on occasion, you. Notice me, look down, I look down, a smile. Yes, a tiny smile comes to me for you. Para ti, todavía, aquí, here. For you, here I am. Both of us, in darker lights, filters than last time we stood together. Todavía, still, here on this half orb, both of us, a father and a clean washed shirt after a scalding shower. Todavía. Still, you, me, without the shadow, at times the shadow. I cannot tell I sleep, the blankets folded and unfolded, todavía, still, here, para ti, for you, todavía, todavía, estoy aquí para ti, still here. I am still here, yes. For you, I am. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the Festival of Books, the San Diego Union-Tribune Festival of Books. Thank you for being such great readers and writers and San Diegans, such beautiful land and ocean, mountains, peoples and schools and teachers and students, families. I wish you all the best. Uh, Thank you so much. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. Los aprecio mucho. Nunca se me ha olvidado quiénes son y de dónde vine. And I want you to think about the books, the bookstores. You know, reading is a beautiful thing, and books are amazing. And in a way, they are who we are. So support our indie bookseller partners by purchasing from bookshop.org/right shop/right SDFOB. Okay, I think it's going to be on your screen. So I thank you. Thank you for inviting me to the Festival of Books, San Diego Union-Tribune, which I remember also. And I wish you the best in these times. Stay positive, filled with heart, corazón, and churros once in a while at your table. Thank you once again. Muchas gracias. Hi, Miss Sampson. Good to see you all. Muchas gracias. Bye-bye. Adios.
Headlines are everywhere, all day. But for the complete story, count on NBC7 to keep you up to date.
Taking a look at what happens for you folks on the Inland Valley.
And as stories change, our commitment is constant. NBC7 is coverage you count on.
Hello, I'm Jose Cruz. I'm the CEO for the San Diego Council on Literacy. We work with a network of 29 youth, adult, and family literacy programs that annually serve 160,000 residents of all ages at no cost. Our mission is to unite the community to support literacy. It's an exciting year for us. It's our 35th anniversary. It's also the 5th anniversary of the San Diego Union-Tribune Festival of Books. The San Diego Council on Literacy is a beneficiary of this event. So when you participate, you support literacy, especially through the author panels. And just in general. So when you participate in this event, you also make it possible for another person, a child or an adult, to improve their reading and writing skills so they can read the books that you read. We have our favorite event activities. We like the Storytime Hour, and you probably have your favorites too. So we hope that you'll join us at the San Diego Union-Tribune Festival of Books and learn more too about the work of the San Diego Council on Literacy by going to literacysandiego.org. Thank you.